Welcome to Chopping It Up with the squad. You see what it is, you know what it do. As always, it's your boy Leo with the co-host. Holla at him for the one time.
You know it's B Will, Mr. Laker, Mr. Niner. We chilling over here. We living good, uh, having a good time.
Y'all living good? I
Yeah, we're living
mean, I,
good.
I, I ain't gonna say y'all living good. I mean, I done seen the Niners free agency draft, and I mean, y'all ain't living that good right now. But it's cool because we're gonna jump right in.
Yeah, we haven't lost any outside of one player that hurt. Everybody else, we
Man,
what
don't you even start that. Nope.
what?
Hey, don't worry, people. He ain't gonna be getting away with that. If he want me to break it down, we will break that team down. But week one of
You,
free agency is done. Y'all been ran through. It's cool. You could say they didn't. They did. What's a surprising move for you though? We jumping right in. We ain't setting nothing up.
all right, surprising move. It was a trade. It was a Commanders and Texans trade. I can't believe Larry Tunsil got traded, man. Like that was a shocking move to me because Houston, you have a young quarterback, one of the top tackles in the NFL, protecting his blind side, and you traded him. Why? I can see the Commanders making that trade because they have a young up and coming quarterback and they need a top tackle to protect his blind side. I just don't get the move there. It was shocking. I just don't understand that one. And maybe it's Laramie. This is what team three now. He's been traded twice now. I don't know. I don't get it.
Exactly. I mean, that's it though. It's not surprising when someone keeps getting moved. One thing that we've been battling about, and I've been hearing about it, and this isn't even my surprise move, but I want to discuss it for a second, just because I had a full discussion on TikTok about this. CJ Gardner Johnson. Like, oh my goodness, why would you trade CJ? CJ is this, CJ is that. I don't, I love stats. I will use them to prove points, knock you out, hurt your feelings. It is what it is. But let's call a spade a spade. CJ ain't that dude. CJ can give you some high points, yes. But CJ gonna give you off the field issues. CJ gonna give you personal fouls. CJ gonna give you some locker room issues. Hey, he gonna troll. Let him
I got
troll.
some.
What? Jump
I got
in.
Yeah,
He gonna
because you
catch
know
that
what?
two piece.
If there's a touchdown, if there's a touchdown that's to be scored, CJ's in the frame. I don't
I
understand
just
that.
hate
Like,
this thought. Like this guy really gonna tell me, well, two Super Bowl trips, CJ was there, and without him, we didn't go to the Super Bowl. If y'all think CJ Gardner Johnson is the reason you went to the Super Bowl, I want you to retire any more of your Eagles gear, because y'all apparently don't get it. Howie has done way too much for you to disrespect him and act like CJ the reason that they've been in the Super Bowl. CJ the
right?
reason they've been dominant. CJ the reason for anything. Was it surprising to me that they moved him? No. If I'm going surprising, I got to jump to deals that I just don't understand. And for me, it jumps with what you're talking about. But it's not just Tunsil. Houston dumped linemen. Like I understand the fact of, hey, I got to move on from certain guys. Teams are going to move on when they feel it's the right time to move on. But when you move on, you replace. As of this point, Houston ain't replaced. So that means you're going to be living in a purgatory state of the draft and undrafted free agents and hoping there might be some cap casualties as you get closer to the draft or after that makes, oh, this guy now became available that we didn't think was going to be available. CJ is one of those guys, he could be a future piece to say he could be a face of the league. He's got to win for that. He's been to the playoffs twice, so I'll give him credit for what it is. With the worst offensive line that we had seen in a while, you made it worse. Make that make sense to me.
I can't. That was why it was my shocking move. And it was early too. It was early in the process. It was just like boom, he's been traded. Wait, what?
Yeah, no, definitely. And I mean, what's your least favorite move or deal that you're just like, why in the world did that happen? That don't even make sense to me.
Like I don't want to come off as a hater because free agency. I'm all about everybody get their money, but I
We know
don't
you a hater.
understand.
It's okay. You can say it.
I don't look. I'm Mr. Niner, and I don't understand how. Aaron Banks broke the bank with 19.5 million per year, basically 20 per year for the guard. Like he's a great player, like a serviceable guard. He played when he's not hurt, he's solid. But 20, that was a
Yes, that is the
shocking deal.
market.
It was. Whew.
That is the market now. It's you can't think of the old rates that we grew up on. This new market, hey, you hit free agency for most positions, they talking about around 20. Then you start talking 30, 40 as you get to prime spots. Had he been a top tier, the man probably be looking at 25.
For a guard though. Well, hey, Quentin's about. If this is the case, then Quentin's about to get like 35.
Let's look at Philly. Great guards. Did all types of work. Detroit, number one team all year. Great guards. Did all type of work. Our offensive line was boo-boo at the tackles, but great guards. When we kept that solidified, hey, Pat can step up in the middle. He just can't. You got to hurry up because there was no time on the outside. Guards build it. Once you get those solidified, you can start to figure out the rest. And you get a versatile guard, he can make his way out to a tackle spot. So I understand, hey, paying a guy off of that potential, and you're saying, hey, I'm bringing in a young quarterback, and I've got some weapons. We got to take some chances, and we got continuity here, so let's make it work. But we can move. That's the ones you just kind of shake your head on. Now, what's some deals that you liked? What's something that made you smile and made you go, you know what, that general manager know what he doing?
Look, shout out, fight on, Sammy D, success story. He went from about to be out the league. He was about to be playing tennis with what was that UCLA Bruin who was supposed to be Rosen the Chosen.
Did not bring
He was
up
almost
Josh
there.
Rosen.
He was almost there, but Seattle, cashed him out. I love the deal. For almost 24 hours, I was thinking, oh, Seattle's done. They're starting their full rebuild. But dang, they went and got Sam Darnold, who came off a great career year, over there with the Vikings. Just a success story that I wish him success, but still losses to the 49ers. So that's the deal. That's the one deal I really love.
See, that deal makes me go, we're going to see it. Like, I understand the move. I mean, you didn't want Geno. You want to move off of him. You want to pick somebody else. But was that year Darnold or was that year Kevin O'Connell was coaching? Because, I mean, Kevin O'Connell gets the best out of quarterbacks. He has a history of getting quarterbacks to produce at very high levels. And we're going to learn real quick. What can Darnold do when he no longer has that whisper in his ear? Because there's certain teams, certain guys, hey, if you're able to play under, it just helps. Kevin McConnell is one of those names. Sean McVay is one of those names. There's just certain names that if you get the ability to work with them, Sean Payton, you're going to get some numbers. They might rip you for other things, but statistically, you're going to look pretty well. So
if you look at his journey after the Panthers, he's sat in there and had some good quarterback coaching going through. You mentioned McVay, but he was sitting there learning with Kyle. You see what Kyle's been done with Jimmy G.
Kyle's another one of those names.
Yeah, you're right. And then in Minnesota, he was getting good quarterback coaching. So let's see if he can take that knowledge and do what it does in Seattle. Again, not to the point where he's making my Niners have a little issue, but still doing good work for him. All right.
Let me address this right now. Them Niners about to have issues, period, because it's them Niners. Y'all done lost significant players. Like, let's just call Tafunga, Greenlaw, releasing. We go down the line. I'm going to hurt some people's feelings. The Niners lost enough. If I'm looking at the Niners Super Bowl team, and I'm saying, hey, this is the most recent squad to make it, okay, I'm sitting there just looking at target practice with half y'all starters and kicking them out. Is that that even?
Yeah, the defense is pretty buried, but you're acting like we don't have we lost Debo, but you're acting like we still don't have Brandon Ayuk. Like we don't have the best tight end in the league in George Kittle. You're acting
who's sad because Kittle's who's sad because his fullback is gone. His day one.
Okay, but
Oh no, I'm just gonna
it's
address it
business.
as you say it. I want to
It's a
make sure that
business.
everybody
We
understands
got
this.
Trent Williams. Oh, you're gonna say something because DJ
Last
left? Because his
legs.
boy. Hey, his last legs is still a top 10 tackle in the league, and I'll stand 10 toes on that. Um, like we don't have CMC on fresh legs. You see
CMC
him?
ain't had fresh legs since he came out of Stanford. You can
He,
stop that.
he about
This
to
man
have
gonna take another
fresh
trip out
legs
to
right now.
Germany.
He's gonna come back out of Dot's boot. I'm just telling you, like we don't have still a Nick Bosa on the opposite side, a Fred Warner. We got young cats too that we drafted in preparation for these players to leave. But it's cool. Like we're gonna be fine. We're gonna rock us. You guys did the same thing. You guys,
Y'all had them.
you
I
know
got
how
a
it goes.
question though. I had a question because y'all had them young players last year, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what happened last year?
They got their experience and learned their lumps.
I'm sorry. Until I see it, that's who they are. This thing of this potential. Oh, we could be, and they got a lot of teams, a lot of general managers that they ain't got jobs no more. Teams that have been in a purgatory of cap and everything else because I got these young guys and they taking these lumps. Well, at some point the lumps got to pay off, right? And the lumps pay off with you actually showing it. Just because you took them don't make you better.
But look, last year we didn't have CMC. He was injured for damn near the whole season.
No, we ain't doing that.
I'm just saying.
You had George Mason.
You're talking about,
hold on, you had George Mason, which was leading the league in rushing. Yeah. If you got a guy that's good enough in 5-6 weeks to lead the entire league, and that includes Derrick Henry, that includes Saquon Barkley. This man led the league in rushing. You still had Elijah Mitchell getting his time. You still had Guerrero.
Mitchell didn't have time. See,
that's what he was out late. So you still had Guerrero, and who was the other back they got? You had 4 different backs. You don't get the argument of saying I'm missing this because running back, y'all only use one anyway. So if I take one out and the one I replace him with gives me the same production, I don't get the excuse of I was missing that first guy because Mason gave you the same production CMC gives you.
Not in the red zone though. That's where the problem was to be had. Is we would get into the red zone and couldn't punch it in. Couldn't get.
I got you, people. He ain't gonna do this stuff.
Couldn't get those in. That's all
I got
saying.
y'all. He ain't doing
it. What was the move that you liked?
The move that I like. Hey, I'm giving credit to Chicago. I'm giving credit to Chicago because I don't think Chicago is going to be as big of a factor this year as people want to say, but I think they are taking the right steps in the right direction. The draft is going to say a lot, but you've got a team that, as I said, the interior of the offensive line is that big deal. New center, new guards. They're going to see how that work out. They still got the draft. I won't be surprised if they go get at least one tackle that's going to compete for a starting spot. There's a good chance 80% of that offensive line is new come week 1. That's something to build upon. That's something to look right with. Also, give them credit because they just said, I want everything. They went D-line. Chicago said, I want to be in the trenches and punch them up in the mouth. So respect to it because you play in the division with Detroit, had the best record in football. With the Packers, who are always a playoff team. And with Minnesota, that as long as Kevin O'Connell was over there, they going to be relevant. And they got a first-round quarterback that people tend to forget about that was hurt last year. I'm not sleeping on the fact if he can come out and do something in this next season. Because he looked decent in the preseason before he got hurt. Let him be able to get that ability to see things, and now he got to see it. He got the year off to watch, to learn, to see, to grasp. Now he'll get the offseason knowing I'm the man. There ain't nobody over my shoulder. I get to go get it. So for me, hey, Chicago, respect to them. You're doing what's necessary to position yourself higher up because you're still the worst team in your division. And that's saying a lot.
I know Justin Fields mad as hell though. I'm just saying he leave and they finally want to act right. The off season before loaded up Caleb with some weapons to throw to. The next off season built up his offensive line, brought in. I know he somewhere.
I'm not gonna say they didn't do nothing because DJ Moore they bought in for him. They tried to get some pieces on defense. They tried to work out some stuff. Sometimes it just happens. Hey, guys believe more in other pieces. Justin
Yeah.
Fields wasn't a piece coming out that I can say you just heard unanimously. This is the guy I want to play with. This is the guy that's going to change my franchise. This is the guy that we will build around. But rightfully so or not, you heard it about Caleb. And you know I got reservations about Caleb. But if you add pieces and you figure some things out little by little, you're going to see what happens. As of right now, hey, you got a losing record. They gave you some more pieces. They're going to see what happens. You in the toughest division in football. Good luck. Prove that you were who they thought you were.
Yeah. All right.
Fight on. Now,
yeah.
hey, I got to get into it because I know you like to drop it in. At the end of the day, it is SC ties all day long. But I want to discuss some potential landing spots. The first one, I'm going to be honest, I really don't care. Aaron Rodgers. For me, it's as simple as you can go to Pittsburgh or you can retire. Because I'm telling you, with every fiber in my being, and people, you can quote me on this if you want to. If Aaron Rodgers take his ass over to Minnesota, that is Brett 2.0. That is baby Favre. That is baby Brett. That is, I wish, man, keep the cameras out. Keep a cell phone out of his hand because somebody getting pictures. That's going to be Aaron Rodgers if he end up going to Minnesota. Just saying. It looks so similar. Just Brett actually knows what it's like to have success at the different places when he goes. Aaron just know what it's like to fall off. It hurts. But where you want to see Aaron at, or where you think would be the best fit for Aaron? Because I'm sorry, Aaron is done by my accord.
You know, I hate to also agree with you on that last point. I only see two options, and that is, unfortunately, you know, you're talking about they drafted a first-round quarterback. I see him either with Minnesota trying one last time, or they might just have to Cam Newton him and just not sign him. Nobody signs him. There's nothing. There hasn't been anything since the season before? Was it the season before his last season in Green Bay where he was the MVP? Hasn't been anything since that season that's shown that his trajectory is going upwards. Everything else since that last MVP has been down. Got injured. His Jets tenure, trash. He's more in the headlines now for showing up on Pat's show than really what he's doing on the field. So honestly, he really should get some ayahuasca and retire. That's my thing. And if he doesn't want to retire, the league gonna have to Cam Newton him. Cam, mad respect to you, but they're gonna have to Cam him and just let no one pick him up.
No, Aaron's gonna end up somewhere, and I mean, some places that I think should be looking that probably aren't. Saints should take a look. Saints are always a middle-of-the-mill team that they go, hey, if we had a guy that could just get the ball out of his hands, he could do some work with us. I think Jacksonville, I understand that, hey, you got Trevor Lawrence, you paid him all that money, everything else, which, to me, for Jacksonville, I'm really wondering what the hell y'all doing. Because in the last year and a half, Evan Ingram gone, Ridley gone, Zay Jones gone, Marvin Jones retired. Like, it's just legitimately the playoff team.
The only reason why no one talks about them is because the Giants exist, where it's just like,
no, that is not true. The only reason they don't talk about them is because Trevor Lawrence is there. Because Trevor Lawrence was the number one overall pick. We didn't have this conversation off record, and we could have it on record at a point. But it's as simple as that. If you are drafted as a top 3, top 5 pick, and they want to call you one of those potential guys, Gardner Minshew and Trevor Lawrence have damn near the exact same winning percentage in statistics. Gardner Minshew played for like $5 million a year. Trevor Lawrence paid for $50. What's the difference? A number 1 overall pick? Fuck it, that didn't. That simple. They don't want trash Trevor. When they finally decide that's it for Trevor, you ain't gonna hear about him. He literally just gonna disappear. He gonna fade away and disappear, and he gonna be one of them stories where you do a 30 for 30 trying to figure out what happened to Trevor Lawrence.
Damn, you say he's gonna show up like Tebow? What? Huh?
It's besides for a comeback win against the Chargers, and that whole offense basically is gone. What has Trevor Lawrence done in his career that's anywhere near meaningful?
Oh no, I agree. One of the biggest in my adult drafting, like paying attention to drafts, bamboozlement. The one of the top ones for sure is that 2021 draft where it was supposed to be quarterback after like the biggest quarterback draft of all time. All of them are mid to terrible.
So it is what it is. But I'm gonna stop roasting them right there because I actually want to talk some positivity here. Who do you think is the best fit for Stephon Diggs?
Stephon,
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you the team I don't want him to go to because it would be like it would be a little it'd be too much. Would be the Ravens. I wouldn't. Nah. I don't want him to go. He doesn't seem Chiefsy to me. I feel like he's lost too many times to the Chiefs to go and join the Chiefs. Like he might catch. He might want to fight somebody like in the locker room. Like that'd be too much. Like, but yeah, I mean, he could, 100%. I don't know. I think he's got the requisite amount of not enough knees to be that guy again to ring chase like that. But
if he go
I
to the
would say,
Ravens, he gonna be so mad. He gonna be so mad, like so mad. I respect the Ravens. I like what they do. I really do. Since Ball So Hard University, man, I done messed with the Ravens just a little bit. T Sizzle, shout out. I still got the gear. One of the shoots, I'll come out and rock some of the gear for you. Man, let's be honest about this. Zay Flowers, Mark Andrews, DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry. How many balls you think Stephon Diggs really gonna get? And we ain't even mentioned Bateman, who came out last season and showed, hey, I can actually contribute when I'm healthy. Almost put up 1,000. He go to Baltimore, he gonna be miserable.
well, on
Because
the count
Stephon
of
still
Mark
think he a
Andrews, who
guy.
can't be seen in Baltimore, I think they'll find some
Don't do that.
space for him.
Don't do that. Hey, Mark had his bad episode, but at the end of the day, Mark is Mark, boy. It still put respect on that boy's name, and the team also back that up. If he goes to Baltimore, he gonna be mad.
Look, shout out to Mark. Don't he have diabetes? Shout out to him being diabetic in the community and still showing that you can ball out. I love that background story. I heard about that and it
Oh
was just like,
man.
dang man.
Oh, all right.
To my southern family who call it the sugars, I'm just saying like
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
I love that.
Yeah, he got the sugars. But for Stephon, it's the first team that I think would work really well for him. And we mentioned him a little bit because, hey, they got a system, they got a coach, they make it work. And they didn't let go of one. They got one, but they let go of one. I think the Rams. You get an offense with Devontae Adams taking care of your slot. Puka, he can take the top, but gets that deep comebacks. Diggs likes to show you, hey, I'm that man. I'm a playmaker. That's all three levels. You get to make it work. And let McVay have fun just contorting and moving around. Man, I could pull up the whiteboard right now and start drawing. They're going to have all the fun on that team. But if not that, not saying that I think he coming, because I don't. But we would welcome Stephon. I mean, a lot of people want to come over. Micah Parsons is on record saying, hey, you give me about another 5-6 years if I ain't done something. That 1-5 over there, I'm gonna have to go holler at him and see what's good with it. At a point when you know your career about to be done, and that's where I think we get into. Hey, we just gonna be bringing in them old. We the new Patriots. I hate to say it, but we are. We gonna be the team that brings in them old dudes that they're like, oh, they done, and then they start producing, and you're like, why did he not do this no more?
Like I say that with the running backs all the time. Jet McKinnon, I see you, boy.
Oh, so for those of you who don't know, Kareem Hunt, back, baby. So we got Kareem, we got Pacheco, we got Elijah Mitchell, boy. We actually got a fleet in the backfield right now. This might be a problem for somebody. Hey, yes, sir. Hey, Homer right there, but it's cool with it. I like it. If we can get half of the production from Elijah Mitchell that we got from McKinnon, hey, I'm going to take that. Jet is solidified in KC for the rest of his life, so we good there. But last, and I mean, I'm going to say least. I was about to say not least, but I'm sorry, it is Russell Wilson. So Russ can't cook no more. Russ burnt down the kitchen The restaurant is in bankruptcy. It's just not a thing no more. Where
Look,
do you
asked for
think would be a good
Sherman
fit for Russ?
and Marshawn. He could never cook. I think he would be good with the Steelers. I think that's where.
You think he ends up back in Pitt?
Yeah, with you gotta let him cook one more time.
Oh, they got the new Bash brothers. They got the bar fighters over there now. Pickens and Metcalf, baby, 4-14, about to let it rip.
You need a church man to come in, come in there and be like, "Hey, fellas, let's kneel our heads and pray before y'all start going to fist fighting with each other." And the coaches and the other teammates. And
Russ ain't stopping none of that. He can pray that they get out in time for the game. That's about it. Pittsburgh, I could definitely see it again, like you said. I mean, he's been there. You saw what happened, and I saw a stat earlier that just tripped me out because I didn't realize that Pittsburgh's passing offense last year with Russ and Fields and their passing offense the year before with Rudolph and them boys was basically the same. Like they literally, I think Rudolph and them actually had more yardage. It was something wild. So y'all did all this, ooh, we got these
Kenny
guys.
Pickett wasn't even throwing touchdowns.
To put out a trash product again. Like, congratulations. Y'all still don't win. Respect to the fact Tomlin still don't have a losing record.
I was about to say, hey, they win enough.
Hey, they win enough to stay in purgatory.
Oh, yeah.
Because you think Tomlin wasn't trying to see what's up with Miles before Miles decided, you know what, the money actually do matter. Which, hey, that man, he broke all of his words except for one. Because he said, I would not sign with them again for not even $159 million. They said, cool, give me 160. They made sure that happened. He broke every other word.
It was a negotiation tactic. They're like, oh, we know what you want. Okay, cool.
Oh man, negotiation tactics. All right, so this is one I just got. The fumble of the year, and this for me, this is completely the fumble of the year award goes to the Cincinnati Bengals. Because y'all dumbasses going to sit there and say, oh, we're going to make Jamar Chase the highest paid non-quarterback in the league when the highest paid non-quarterback in the league was getting like $32 million. Now you got to play with 40. And you still got to figure out T. Higgins because Joe Burrow ain't trying to sit there and be like, so y'all just want to give me one target? That's it?
Like, I seen that they was talking about paying both of them, and I'm like...
Oh, no, they're going to try. But you got to pay Jamar first.
How you gonna build a team? Like those scouts there, they got to invest in their scouting department. Then make sure they're those college and rookie deals for the whole rest of the team because with Burrow, Higgins.
No, it's all rookies. It's gonna be all rookies because you look at their defense. Hubbard just retired.
They're trying to trade.
Hubbard just retired. They let Hendrickson looking for a trade. They're like, we don't want to lose you, but if you find somebody that wants you, we will honor it. They are letting go of their defense and saying, you know what? This is how we going to win. And that's cool. I want them to realize Peyton Manning and Indy, when they were just offense, put up phenomenal numbers. New England and Baltimore beat them like a drum every year in the postseason. Denver, they had some times getting some good numbers when Elvis wasn't there. Everything they had fun getting clapped up when it came time to make it do what it do. Teams that are built purely offense, hell, us. Pat throws for 5,050 touchdowns, first year as a starter, number 1 seed, breaking all the records. Could not beat New England. Because we didn't have a defense. We had the statistically worst defense in the history of football at that time. Cincinnati trying to go that game plan. So I'm sorry. I think Joe Burrow is a very good quarterback. I think he is a winner. I think you have to have the pieces around him for him to win. But let's look at every team that he didn't actually won on. Their defense was stacked. So good luck on them thinking, oh, we're going to be this and we're going to be that when you don't give him a defense. Because he just showed you what happened. This man led the league in damn near every category. And they still ain't make the postseason. They sitting there mad at us talking about y'all gave it. Hey, we had nothing to play for. I'm sorry. Our goal was to try to put up another one of these. We fell short, but we made it back there. If we would have put everything into that game, hey, something happened, somebody get hurt, it's not our fault. Maybe y'all should have beat the Patriots. Deal with that.
You guys would have had that stinker of a game against the Bills.
Oh, man. Buffalo going to put a hit out on us soon, but it is what it is.
And I don't know. They keep trading with you, so they keep inflicting their own pain.
It is what it is. They mad. We happy. We going to make it do what it do. But I got to let everybody know. So you see the hats, and yes, the rumor is true. We are now affiliated with Dad Game. So you're going to start seeing the hats all over. We got plenty. They'll be in rotation. In the bio has a link. You get 15% off by using that link. So go support. You supporting us. So go get you some Dad Gang. Go get some family members. I know y'all know some dads. Don't act like you don't know nobody. And look at B Will. He got the green, got the tan over there. I might have to borrow that tan, man. I'm just saying.
I know. I was like, dang, this will go perfect for your shirt right now. But yeah, no, you see it. We've been rocking. I've been a big fan of the brand, and you know, use that discount code.
Jump in with us.
Dads for dads. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. And make sure, I want you all to make sure you like, you comment, you following, subscribing, jump in with us, tap in with us. You comment, trust me, you're going to hear back. We active with it.
We be in there.
And for those of you that think, hey, y'all know something because you think CJ Gardner-Johnson is somebody special, I'm sorry, man. You tripping. But I still want to hear it because I'll have fun having other people roast you with me. Then we all get to enjoy this smoke together.
Oh, yeah. But it's still a safe place. So, still have that fun time.
He can say it's a safe place. It ain't safe around here. I'm trying to get you. I want more guests. Trust me, I'm bringing coaches. I'm bringing athletes. We're going to have some stuff going around here. So if those of you that think, hey, I want to talk it up, I want to chop it up, please believe, get at me. We can talk. We can schedule something out. And if you think you got that mouthpiece, bring it on. I want to test that knowledge. We're going to see what you do. That's what it's going to be. They're going to be silent. But as always, I do want to say thank you for chopping it up with us. We will be dropping a lot of new material. It's lock in. If you don't have alerts, tap into those alerts because you're going to want to get it. You saw we got reels and everything posted left and right. Trust me. There's a lot in the works. Y'all going to enjoy what you're going to get.
Absorb it in all the platforms. Follow us, like them, share them, send them in your group chats. Do all of it. Let's do it.
And make sure YouTube is the only outlet that's going to have the full video. So make sure you follow the YouTube and you tap in there because that's the only place you're going to catch everything. But as always, thank you for chopping it up with us. You know what it is. Till next time.